U.S. Forest Service officials say a wildfire in Moorhead could burn as many as 100 acres before it's contained.
A crime alert from deputies in central Kentucky tonight. They're warning people heading to Easter services this weekend after a church break-in last week.
It is a weekend UK fans have had circled on their calendars for months. If you are going to the Final Four, officials want to make sure everyone stays safe. Coming up, some tips about what you should and should not bring with you.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening to you. Firefighters across the Bluegrass have been busy the last few days. They've been battling forest fires across the state.
Today, more than 70 acres burned in Rowan County, and they expect that number to reach almost 100 acres. Sean Moody talked to firefighters who blame the dry and gusty conditions. He has our top story at 6.
Firefighters from as far away as Montana are here in Moorhead working on this fire. So far, it's burned about 70 acres, and they think it might hit 100 before it's contained.
The Zulu Fire Module team from Montana arrived in Moorhead early this afternoon. They'll join the rest of the firefighters trying to contain the fire just east of Moorhead.
All you need is that one spark and the fire just takes off.
Evelyn Morgan with the U.S. Forest Service says someone called the fire in late yesterday afternoon. It didn't take long for those flames to rush up the hill. She took this picture last night.
Flames that was going up the hill, and it was spreading pretty rapidly.
You can see where the fire stopped last night, right at the edge of Martin Branch Creek. There's a lot of fuel for that fire to burn through.
Over the past 10 to 12 years, we've had ice storms, we've had windstorm. We have a lot of trees that are damaged and dead.
The team will try and clear out as much of that debris as they can. The fire isn't threatening any homes. They say they're trying to stop that fire before it threatens an equipment dealership and power station nearby.
Fire investigators aren't sure just yet exactly what started this fire, but they do believe it was man-made. In Moorhead, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Forest Service officials said they have more help standing by if it is needed. It's been another warm and dry day across the Bluegrass, but some changes are on the way for the end of the week.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking some heavy rain chances, even colder temperatures for our Easter weekend. How about it, Chris?
Yeah, getting in on those rounds of showers and storms. It is April after all, and thunderstorms have kind of been missing in action so far this year across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. But let's not shortchange what we have out there for the evening that is upon us. That's where we start things out with, because I like to be the bearer of good news from time to time as well. Generally mid-60s throughout most of the region, 70 showing up into far southern Kentucky, where we have mostly sunny skies, though a little increase and some high clouds now beginning to show up. Live First Alert Defender, nothing going on this evening. Go about those Wednesday evening plans outdoors and do it to it, my friends, though moisture is pooling to our west and southwest. Look at the clouds where we have those big-time boomers now stretching from parts of western Tennessee towards sections of central Missouri. That's an increase in humidity that moves in here tomorrow with an increase in scattered showers and thunderstorms. Focus of the forecast on the increase in thunderstorm action, not only for tomorrow, but into Friday as heavy rains join the mix as well. We could be talking about greater than 2-inch rain amounts for some areas. We'll pinpoint who has the best chance of not only seeing some strong or severe thunderstorms, Amber and Sam, but also the potential for some very heavy rains when I come back in about 10 minutes from now.
Chris, thank you. A crime alert tonight from Madison County. Deputies there are still trying to track down a man they say could be responsible for multiple thefts. They say last week the man in this surveillance photo broke into Union City Christian Church. Before leaving the church, we're told he broke into a car in the parking lot. Jordan Valines found out with Easter weekend coming up, deputies want churchgoers to keep their valuables safe. It's a story that's new at 6.
All is quiet here at Union City Christian Church, a similar scene to how it was just a few days ago when deputies say a man came here not to attend services, but to steal.
We're just trying to spread the word just to make sure this doesn't happen again.
The church's surveillance cameras recently captured this man making a brazen move in broad daylight.
This guy's just been roaming around the park lots, and he will do whatever it takes to get, what's in the car. So.
In the middle of the afternoon, Deputy Reardon says the burglar walked into the church, whose front door happened to be unlocked, and took a quick look around before heading back outside.
Eventually, he comes back and actually breaks a window out of a car of the secretary and takes her purse.
And with Easter weekend just a few days away, Deputy Reardon wants to remind churchgoers of steps they need to take before going into service.
The biggest thing is, when you go into church, don't leave any kind of personal items in your car.
He says even though church is the last place you'd expect to be stolen from, you still need to take precautions because you never know who could be lurking in the parking lot right outside.
And we hope that the churches in our county will hear this story and maybe be a little bit more alert, maybe possibly have somebody just kind of watch over the parking lot while the service is going on.
The Madison County Sheriff's Office is now working with Lexington Police because they believe that the man involved in this burglary may be involved in similar crimes in Lexington as well. In Madison County, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Deputies say they've had a few leads on the suspect's identity from their Facebook page, but at this time they have not made any arrest.
A case of road rage led to an arrest yesterday in Madison County. Richmond police tell us that yesterday afternoon they got a call from a driver who said another driver cut him off near mile marker 69 on Interstate 75, almost causing him to crash. We're told the suspect, Thomas Moyer, then pulled up next to the driver and pointed a small handgun at him. The driver followed Moyer to the Cannon Corner Marathon at the intersection of Duncannon Lane and Berea Road. Police arrived at the scene shortly after that. When they searched the car, they say they found a handgun and a magazine loaded with 6 rounds of ammunition. Officers believe Moyer was under the influence at the time. 2 men are recovering tonight after they were found with stab wounds this morning. It happened about 11:30 this morning on East 4th Street in Lexington. Police say it started as a fight and quickly turned violent. The men were taken to UK Hospital. Police say at least one of the men was stabbed with a steak knife. One woman told us she saw the whole thing happen.
It just scared me when he got stabbed. I ain't never seen nobody get stabbed like that. The knife was still, half the knife was like it was still in him.
And so far, no arrests have been made.
The case against a man accused of shooting a 9-year-old boy in the neck will now go on to a grand jury. Alberto Contreras is charged with assault. He's accused of firing shots into a vehicle near the intersection of Russell Cave and Hollow Creek Road last month. Investigators say one of those shots hit and seriously injured the boy inside the car. Contreras was later arrested for an unrelated assault charge in West Virginia. The boy's family says the boy is doing better but still has a long road to recovery. It is an accident that thankfully had a very fortunate outcome. Lexington police say a car ran over a utility worker while he was working inside a hole in a road. It happened on Manteel Park off Richmond Road about 8:45 this morning. Police say a woman was backing out of her driveway when her tire dipped into the hole. Neighbors watched as those scary moments unfolded.
I left to go get coffee and there were fire trucks and cop cars. That never really happens here, so I didn't know what had happened. They had people or someone on a stretcher, and I thought, crazy.
Police say the driver isn't facing any charges because this was an accident.
Several people found with an active meth lab last night are now facing charges. Robert Kirby, Charles Short, and Jennifer Remley are all facing drug-related charges. Police say they found the meth lab after chasing the car last night. State police say they tried to pull over the driver who tried to take off but crashed into a state police cruiser. No one was injured in the crash, but everyone in the car had to be decontaminated. A Central Kentucky mayor is pushing for a special election to allow alcohol sales in some restaurants. The Herald-Lear reports that Berea Mayor Stephen Conley is asking people to sign a petition for a local option vote. The entire city is dry. Conley said that alcohol sales would help boost revenue for Berea businesses. A petition drive to make Berea a wet city failed last year because of a lack of signatures.
Right now, all eyes are on Indianapolis as the Cats get ready to take on Wisconsin in the Final Four this weekend. But a new law recently passed in Indiana that allows businesses to turn away gay people is causing some controversy. Today, all of the coaches participating in the Final Four released a statement that says in part, quote, "We have made a point to talk about this sensitive and important issue among ourselves and with our teams. Each of us strongly supports the positions of the NCAA and our respective institutions on this matter. That discrimination of any kind should not be tolerated." Well, Saturday cannot come quick enough for UK fans, many of them getting ready to hit the road to Indianapolis to cheer on the Cats as they take on Wisconsin in the Final Four.
And if you're going to the game, we have some important information about what you can and cannot take with you into the stadium and other NCAA Final Four related events. Jennifer Palumbo's at the live desk with what fans need to know about that. Jennifer?
Sam, the city of Indianapolis and the NCAA have security plans in place designed to keep fans safe. One of them is a clear bag policy. All fans will be searched and have their bags checked as they go into Lucas Oil Stadium and all Final Four events. Fans can only take in see-through bags or small purses that meet the size requirements. The NCAA started this policy at last year's Final Four in Texas. In addition to the basketball games, it also applies to Fan Fest at the Indiana Convention Center and the March Madness Music Festival at White River State Park.
Folks, as far as if you're going to the stadium, you're going to the Fan Fest, you're going to the music festival, this is what we encourage. That will allow people to carry inside.
Fans can get those clear bags for free at downtown Indianapolis hotels, the Indiana Convention Center, and most entrances and exits at the events where the bags are required. The clear bag policy is similar to those in place for NFL games in stadiums such as Lucas Oil Stadium. UK fans had to deal with it a few years ago when the UK football team played at LP Field in Nashville. At the live desk, Jennifer Palumbo, WKYT.
Thank you, Jennifer. And you can see exactly what bags you can and cannot take into Final Four events. Just go to WKYT.com. We also have a link to all the NCAA's security policies.
A traffic alert for Big Blue fans headed to the Final Four later this week. The Indiana Department of Transportation is encouraging people to use Interstate 74 instead of Interstate 65 to get to Indianapolis. Officials say I-65 is undergoing an overhaul from Louisville to Indy, and it could slow down drivers.
About 24 fans showed up at Wildcat Cole Lodge this afternoon to send off the Cats as they head out for the Final Four. Some fans waited several hours for their chance to see their team, but it was worth the wait for these fans who bleed blue. Fans did not want to miss their chance to see the undefeated Cats before they head up to Indianapolis.
We want to see Andrew Harrison, the Harrison brothers. Really want.
Going to Indianapolis this weekend, so we really wanted to see him off. Just get a chance to see Andrew and Aaron and Willie and a few of our favorite players, so big Cats fan.
The team's flight to Indy took off about 20 minutes ago.
Still to come here on WKYT, it is an achievement for the record books. Coming up in sports, we'll take a look at this weekend's Final Four matchup and the Cats' road to 40-0.
A couple of Lexington businesses are getting in on the Final Four craziness. Bourbon and Toulouse and the Chevy Chase Inn will throw a 40-0 day on Friday in anticipation that the Cats will finish the tournament with perfection.
Now, both businesses are going to be donating 40% of their sales to the God's Pantry Food Bank and the Broke Spoke Community Bike Shop. Way to go.